So let's have a quick recap what we have discussed in the last session. In the last session, we have discussed about application gateway with multi-site. And we have discussed about VM scale set, but we didn't start the practicals. In today's session, we are going to start practicals with VM scale set. But before starting out this particular topic, any question anyone have? Please let me know. Yes, Kumar.
Good morning, Ankit.
Good morning.
So we are trying to get in a free domains, but we are not getting any. But if you have any practice purpose domain name, so that we can easier to practice.
We can get only from freenom.com.
I tried, but I didn't get any free domain.
You will get that domains from it. There are a lot of but the only thing is first you need to log into that website.
After login, right?
Yes, after login you can get that one.
Okay, I will try that.
Okay, right. There are a lot of free domains you will get there.
Sure.
But this is the only website which I know that where you will get free domains.
Sure, Ankit. I will try that. Thank you.
Anyone have any more questions? Okay. No questions. So we'll start with our today's topic where we are going to learn about VM skill set. In previous session, we have already learned about the theory about VM skill set, what is minimum size, initial instance count, and maximum size. And we have already discussed that in one single VM skill set, how many machines we can add that depend on the image. From where we have stored that image, we can go. So let's go to VM skill set. Source group, give the name of our VM skill set, VMSS-149. I will go with the password option. And next. No need to enter anything here. Disk. Here we are selecting a disk, which is we are getting for each single machine here. This is not for all machine in one single. Let's say example, I have 10 machine. 30 GB is not going to allocate to all machines. For each machine, system is going to allocate 30 GB. Next, network. Here, system is creating a new virtual network because we don't have any virtual network. So system is creating a new virtual network. System is automatically creating our subnet also. And here we have load balancing concept also. If you want, with VM skill set, we can create load balancing also, and it is mandatory to create. Not mandatory, actually, it is important to create. Why? Because whatever the machines we have, how we can divide our load on all machines? we can divide our load on all machine with the help of load balancing. So here I'm going to create load balancing also. Load balancer. Create a load balancer. And we are going to create public load balancer. Port number 80 system is automatically available. Next, scaling. This is what we have discussed in previous session. Right now, it is create scaling manually. But in real time, we are not going to enable it manually. We are going with the custom option where system is automatically doing it. And here I'm getting initial instance count as 2. It means while launching this VM scale set, how many machines system is going to create? 2 machines. And then here we have given as minimum as 1, maximum as 10. I'll go with the same default. If you want to increase that maximum, you want to increase minimum, you can do that. So, but one important point. Initial instance count always needs to be equal to minimum or more than minimum. Second point, initial instance count always needs to be equal to maximum or less than maximum. Means in between of the any number minimum and maximum you can enter, or equal to them you can mention it, but not less than minimum or not more than maximum you can enter in initial instance count. If you try to enter, system will give you the error. Based on which condition system is going to create a machine or system is going to remove a machine. We have just only one single condition, CPU threshold. Based on any other condition, we can't create machine or remove a machine. Only one single condition we have based on CPU utilization. Here by default, I'm getting it. If CPU utilization is equal to or greater than 75%, system will increase one machine. And duration is 10 minutes. 10 minutes means every 10 minutes, system is going to check the CPU utilization. If you want to set less than 10 minutes, we can set also. I can set 5 minutes also. Every 5 minutes, system is going to check the average CPU utilization of all machines. Average. This is for scale out, means adding. And here we have scaling. System is going to check average CPU utilization of 25%. If CPU utilization equal to or more than 25%, then system will decrease. If you want to increase this to 40, we can do that also. Means for adding, CPU utilization needs to be equal to or more than 75%. For decreasing the machine, CPU utilization needs to equal to 40 or less than 40%. Go to advanced tab. Scroll down. Here, custom data. Under custom data, I'm going to add this. Yes. review plus create. So here we have given all the details. So here we have given the scaling details. Click on. So system has created our virtual network, load balancing. Now system is creating our VM skill set. Some time. Simple process. Go to resource. And I'm going to networking tab. Here I'm going to enable our HTTP. Go to instance. How many machine system are going to create right now? 2 machines. Machine 1, machine. Here we have scaling option. We have given it custom scaling, initial instance count, based on CPU utilization 75% greater than increase 1, CPU utilization less than 40%, decrease. If you want to change this limit, we can do that also, and then we can click on save. But right now, how many machine system is going to create? 2 machines. But if you're going to check this particular page after 5 minutes, because we have set a time of 5 minutes, system is going to delete 1 machine. Why system is going to delete 1 machine? Because we don't have that much of load, which we have mentioned in our VM skills. And here it is showing that how many machines right now we have. We can see that also. And here I got the public. Here. The public IP which I'm getting here, is this public IP for my VM skill set or for load balancer? What do you think? You can please confirm in the chat box. The IP address which I'm getting here, it's for single VM, or it is for load balancer, or it's for VM skill set. For which thing we are getting this public IP right now? Let's check. Let me go to load balancer. Here is our load balancer. Click on see more and see. Is it the same public IP which I note down in my machine? So the public IP which we are able to see in VM scale set, that is for load balancer. There is no IP address system is going to allocate to VM scale set. VM scale set is only adding a machine and removing the machine. The result we are able to see because of the load balancer. And now you can see here, it is showing us one instance. Why it is showing us one instance? Because system has terminated one EC2 machine automatically. Because we have given the condition, every 5 minutes system is going to check the CPU utilization. And if CPU utilization is less than 40%, system is going to delete one machine. And we don't have the traffic where our traffic will go with more than 40%. If our traffic of load balance, so the average is greater than 75%, then system will also add one machine. And whenever system will add one machine, that particular machine automatically going to add in our load balance. Now, any question anyone have? Please raise your hand. Yes, Charan.
The same question I chat you, but we are not configured the load balancing now.
We
So
have
how?
configured in the networking tab, we have done it. Here we have configure load balancer. That's why we are getting.
Oh, okay.
So that's why system is automatically creating a load balancer, and that is why we are able to see the load balancer.
Okay. Okay, Ankit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Amit.
Yes, Ankit. I want to ask you that how is different from Azure VM skill sets is from AWS auto scaling?
No,
Is
it
this
is, both
this
are
is
same.
they both are same things?
Yes, in that one also the system is automatically integrating machine based on the C condition which we are going to define. In AWS, we have multiple conditions, but in AWS, we have only one. Sorry, in Azure, we have just only one single CPU utilization condition
And
we have.
yes, and AWS disk space and many.
We have that outfit because in that one, there is separate service we are using called CloudWatch. But
Yes.
in that one, everything they have mentioned in VM scale service. We don't need to go to different services for all those things.
Okay.
We
And
in one VM scale set, we have all these things.
Yes, and one more question: is there any notification we get in email just like in SMS in AWS?
If you want, we can enable, we can create alerts also in this.
Alerts. Okay, so
Yes.
where we find alerts?
Here we have an option of alerts. We can create alerts here.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Anyone have any more questions? Okay. Now I'm going to do one thing. Now I'm going to create alerts. Now, what are these alerts? Whenever system is going to add a machine or whenever system is going to remove a machine, how we got information? That particular information we will get with the help of these alerts. So click on create alert. Here I'm going to add a condition. Just a minute, they have done look and feel is changed. Okay, earlier we have an option to add condition, now we are giving something else. So let me see all signals. Signals means actually we need to select a condition here. Here we have a condition called create or update VM skills. Apply. Next, action. Which action system is going to perform based on the condition which we have defined there? So for this one, we need to create action. Action group name, I'll give us action 149. Display name. Notification. Now here I'm going to select a notification. Which notification you want? We have an option of email, SMS, push, voice. First of all, give the name. And which option you want for a notification, we need to enter. I want email, so I'm going with the email. If you go with SMS, SMS are chargeable. Azure mobile app notification also you can get, or voice also. Voice is also chargeable. It is not mentioned, but voice is also chargeable. I'm going to email. Email and mobile app is completely free of cost. So I'm just giving here. Click on. Next, action type. Action type, we don't need to select anything. Review. So we have created our action group, and action group is selected under our alert group. So we have given the condition and we have given the action group also. Now click on review. Sorry, rule name. Review plus create. Click on. Now in future, whenever VM skill set system is going to add a machine or going to remove a machine, we will get a notification with the help of these alerts. Now, any question anyone have? Please let me know. Yes, Kumar.
Yeah, Ankit, can we set up as a PagerDuty or Slack notification? I don't see any options here.
Which notification you want to add?
So other apps like Azure notification, so I'm looking for PagerDuty or Slack.
There is no option. Only 4 options we have there, Kumar. Email, SMS, Azure mobile app, and voice.
Is there any
Yeah.
option to add external apps?
No.
Okay.
Only 4 options we have it, so we can only go with that. And even in real time, majorly we go with the emails option. Rather than SMS, voice, we always go with emails. Not always, most of the time.
Okay, got it.
So we have created these things. And we have created the alerts also. Now, moving forward, let's take the next topic which we have. Next topic we are going to discuss about is virtual network. Now, what is virtual network peering? Virtual network peering is means whenever we have two virtual network. If we want that both the virtual network communicate with each other, that time we are going to create. Sorry. That time we are going to create virtual network. So just a minute before that, what I'm going to do is like I've put everything in group 140. Let me try to. I'll create a separate group for virtual network peering, then we'll discuss it. So give the name as group 149. Now, whenever we want both the virtual networks will communicate with each other, that time we can create virtual network. By default, we don't have any connectivity between one virtual network and another virtual network. To connect both the one, we need to create virtual network peering. It is mandatory. And what are the benefits? Improve security, save money on networking cost, get more flexibility for services that does not need any internet connection. So we are giving a complete secure connection to our machines also. Limitation, very important limitation we have. Make sure both the virtual network don't have the same CIDR. CIDR means IP address. If both the virtual networks will have same IP address, you can't give any connection between them. It is mandatory that both the virtual network needs to have different IP address. And once you created this virtual network peering, we can't edit this virtual network peering. There is no option. The only thing is we need to delete. We can't attach or detach also after that also. The only option what we have it is we need to delete. Types of virtual network peering. One is called default virtual network peering. Other one is called global virtual network. Default virtual network peering means whenever both the virtual network are in the same region. This is called as default virtual network. Global virtual network peering, we are calling it when both the virtual networks are in different regions. That one is called as global virtual network peering. Process is same. There is no change in the process. If I'm creating a default virtual network peering or global virtual network peering, concept wise, the process wise, it is completely same. The only thing is we have a different names here. One we have in the same region called as default virtual network peering. The one which we have in different region called as global virtual network. But process and steps all are same. Now to learn about virtual network peering, what I need to do is I need to create first virtual network. Now click on delete. I've used the default IP address which system is giving it. I'm using the default. I'm going to create a virtual machine. We go with the password option. Networking. Our virtual network. Review plus create. We've got taken some time. So we are able to create our first machine in our first virtual network. Now I'm going to create second virtual. Next, IP address. If you see here, by default, system is giving a different IP address to this particular virtual. So review plus create. So we have created our second virtual. Now in second virtual network also, I'm going to create a machine. And that particular machine I'm going to create by using SSH. Because I want to show you how we can connect our one machine to another machine by using SSH key. I'm going with the key right now and go to networking tab. Make sure we are going to select second virtual network, subnet, review. Click on. Going to download private key and create resource. And this one I'm going to store in our batch 149. So, take some time. Done. Go to resource. Here we are. Now I'm trying to connect from one machine to another machine without doing any virtual network peering right now. So first of all, I'm going to connect to my first machine. Done. Now what I need to do is I need to connect from my first machine to second machine. Right now, which option we are using for second machine? PEM file. So it means to connect to that particular machine, I need a PEM file in my first machine also. Yes. Because for that particular machine, we are using a PEM file or PPK file. PPK file is used for PuTTY, but right now we are trying to connect from one machine to another machine. So at that time, we don't need a PPK file, we need a PEM file. So it means I need to transfer that particular PEM file from my local machine to this particular virtual machine. So I can connect to second machine. I can transfer the key with the help of WinSCP, like which we have discussed in our previous session. That's one option. Second option is we can generate that key manually also. So we already know how to transfer the files from local machine to our virtual machine. We already aware of that. But now I'm going to create it manually, that particular one. For this one, I'm using a command called nano. With the help of nano command also, we can create our. Now I have created a file. In this file, I need to give some code. Which code I need to give? That particular PEM file. So open this PEM file. Now copy this complete code. Control A, Control C, paste here. By just right click, we have pasted that particular code. Next step, we need to save this file. How we can save this file? By pressing Control X, type Y, and give the file. Control X, Control Y. Now we need to give the file. I can give file name as same as my PEM file also. This is one option. Or I can give file name as private key also. Once I can give as file name as my same as PEM file, this is one option. Second option is I can give file name as private key also. Because system is not going to check the file name. When we're trying to connect from one machine to another machine, system is checking the code under that particular file. It means if you can give private key also. And what are the permissions of these files? These are the permissions. The maximum permission we can give to this file is 600. Means only read and write permission at owner level we can give, but group level at other level, you're not providing any permission. We can see here. Here. Now I'm trying to connect second VM from first. And whenever we want to connect from one virtual machine to another virtual machine, we don't need to use public IP. We are going to use private IPs. So I show username and what is the private IP. Ten dot one dot zero dot four. Copy, paste. If you see here, when I'm trying to connect, we are not able to do that. Why? Because there is no connectivity between VM1 and first virtual network and second virtual network. That's the reason we are not able to connect. Now I'm going to do the virtual network period. So go to our first virtual network, or you can even go do it from second virtual network also. Scroll down. Here we have something called peer. Add up here. Peering name. Scroll down. Link name. Select our virtual network. We are trying to connect from first virtual network to second virtual network. Add. So we have added that particular virtual network in our first virtual network. And what is its status? Update. Now it's showing us as connect. Earlier, when we are trying to connect, nothing is going on. But now when I'm trying to connect, you can see it is asking me, do you want to continue? Type as yes, and you can see. So here we are able to connect to our machine from first machine to second machine, and both the machines are in different virtual network. And even for this particular example, the second machine which we have created, for the second machine, even you can create without public IP also. Without public IP also we can. Any question anyone have regarding this virtual network peering? Please let me know. Yes, John.
So this virtual network pairing is like, connecting the virtual machines, right? From
It's
any-
we are connecting from one virtual network to another virtual network. So if I want to connect from one virtual network to another virtual network machine, we need that peering.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Yes, Charan, you can unmute.
Nothing.
PEM file which I have generated while creating a machine. This is that PEM file code.
Acha. Okay.
So when you are going to create, you will get a different code for that. If I share this code will not work for you.
Okay. Oh, got it. Understood. I
Okay.
think, okay.
Okay.
Got.
Yes, Srinivas.
Yeah, good morning, Ankit.
Good morning.
So this VNet pairing is used for the machines only, or is there any another examples for pairing?
These machines, it is for machines. I have one more example, but that is also related to machines where we are going to connect one bastion to another private machine also.
Okay, so if I have the database in a different VNet and I have to connect through the my VNet which has the machine, so will it connect or
Possible.
possible?
It is also possible. It is also possible.
Okay, got it.
Because database is also going to be created as one. We are not calling as actually as a machine, but in
Mhm.
backend system is actually creating a machines there also.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, got it.
Even
Clear.
if you might be remember in previous session, we have created Bastion.
Hmm.
For Bastion, it's not a virtual machine for us, but actually a Bastion is like a one virtual machine in the backend.
Oh, same way. Okay, got it.
Okay, so few things we are not able to see in console virtual machines, but in backend is actually a virtual machines. Even NAT gateway also is like a one machine in the backend. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Let's check. Yes, we have completed this. Now, one more example. In real time, how many Bastion servers we need? Only one single Bastion server we need. Why we need only one single Bastion server? Because with that particular Bastion subnet, we can even connect the machine which is in our same virtual network also, or the machine which we have it in different virtual network, we can connect to that also. But the only thing is we need a peering connection. Now we have already done the peering connection. I don't need to do again and again that peering connection for my virtual networks. So now what I can do this, the machine right now, which I've connected, right now I've connected with our normal machine, the machine which I've connected right now, which is in the second virtual network. The same machine, if I want, I can connect by using Bastion also. So let me first of all create a separate subnet. Because for Azure, we need to create a separate subnet, and the name of that subnet always needs to be Azure Bastion subnet. A capital, B capital, S capital. So let's create our Bastion. On that day, we are not able to create Bastion from here. Let's try now. Might be we are able to do that. That's here 149. Virtual network. Done. Review plus create. We are able to create our Bastion host from here. Taking some time. Okay, till the time system is taking this time, let me create one more machine in our second virtual network. Resource group. Private VM. I'll create with the help of password this time. Go to networking. Going to select second virtual network. And this time I'm not giving any public IP. I'm not going to enable NST. Get. And our bastion is not yet completed, still taking more time. Still in process. Still in process. Still taking more time. Still taking more time. Still in process, it is still taking more time. Till that time, any question anyone have, you can please let it's still in process. Yes, Jani.
Yeah, Angit, so I didn't attend the class for like why we are what is the use of creating in the Bastion? Is it a virtual machine or that is a resource?
Bastion is like a virtual machine, but for us, it's not a virtual machine.
Okay.
Bastion is used whenever we want to connect our private machines. The machine which we don't have any public IP, the machine which is not enabled with any of the port number, that particular machines also we can connect by using Bastion.
Bastion, okay.
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 So I don't need any to enable any port. Even I can connect a Windows machine also, I can connect a Linux machine also.
Okay.
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 Still taking time. Still taking. It's more than 10 minutes. Still taking. Still in process. I don't know why it is taking so much of time today. I'm not sure, guys, why it is taking so much time. So I'm going to end this session here. This particular example regarding the Bastion one, this VNet pairing of Bastion one will continue in the next session because it is taking so much of time today. And I'm going to start a new batch from 8:30 today of AWS DevOps batch. So if anyone of you interested, you can please join that particular batch also, which is going to start after 20 minutes today. So I need to start that batch also. So I'm going to end this session here. In next session, we will continue with this particular exam. Thank you. Thank you for joining today's session. See you on Monday. Thank you. Have a nice day.